in from Mexico, and that they were going to send National Guard troops to the border to assist with making sure nobody got across. As a command sergeant major that previously had this spot is coming out on Twitter and raising hell. Quite literally. Someone please wave the white flag and send us all home, the letter pleaded. I would like to jump off a bridge head first into a pile of rocks after seeing the good old boy system and effed up leadership I have witnessed here. This was written by an anonymous user. They never actually did find out what was going on with this individual. But I would like to say nobody is going to make this statement written down on a piece of paper for someone to find without anyone actually wanting it to be found. You get what I'm saying? Some of the troops that were sent here were kind of considered the ragtag team that were not sent to deploy over in Iraq. See, that's what I'm talking about. You can't cause too much trouble if you're in your own country, but that's not the truth. They dealt with widespread alcohol use and drug abuse, which required breathalyzers to be instituted with a 2-drink max. Also, allegedly, there was a National Guard member that tried to get 1 kilogram of cocaine. They said that there's initiated over 1,200 legal actions, including non-judicial punishments. Also, on top of that, 16 soldiers from the mission were arrested or confined on charges, which included drugs, SA, manslaughter, things like that. There were 3 times many more car accidents, totaling $630,000 in damages, and there were 147 quotations of illegal substance seizures that they reported assisting. 1 cavalry troop from Louisiana was temporarily disbanded due to misconduct, and a 1,000-soldier battalion-level task force based in McAllen, Texas, had 3 soldiers died. And mind you, this is just the National Guard. I believe it was around 4,000 people at one point, up to like around 10,000. You know, this is a lot of stuff going.
Call lawyer, how about you outside? Man, Barkathay, how about you outside? You know, America is through. The troops are through. Hey, man, you get what you put in, Esau. The things you've done to the children of Israel, trying to take these the native people out of their land, you know, by building a wall, you know, putting the troops on the wall, you know, this place is through, bro. And this is all judgment from Yahweh Shem Shai. You know, Numbers 35 and 33. I'll get that in a second. But that was one video. All giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai, Hashem Kakadash. Double honors be to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the elders and Akim of GMS and men that are like them. That is pushing the word with truth and sincerity. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Now, like I said, this video you've seen, this is a Texas National Guard that was deployed and during Operation Lone Star, all right, to so-called protect the border. But these troops are bugging out down there. They're getting caught with all types of drug charges. They got DUIs. They got they're committing suicides. And this is all on the American soil. So I'm gonna show you. I'll give you another video. Yeah, these troops are through, man. America's done, man. Let's go back. Let's go to the second video. This one right here.
W Carrefourze uczymy się od najlepszych.
This Winky with the Army Times noticed a jarring trend among Texas National Guardsmen last week.
The key stressor that all 4 of these soldiers had in common was the state of Texas had either asked them to drop their life on, 2 weeks, 1 week, maybe less notice.
Davis says those 4 soldiers all died by suicide since the end of October.
First Lieutenant Charles Williams, who died last Thursday while on a holiday pass to go home and see his family. He had been leading soldiers out there in Del Rio on the border and was actually in the same company, in the same unit as First Sergeant Kenny Crutcher, who died in November.
So far, the Texas Military Department has only confirmed the 4 deaths. and would not confirm the cause, citing ongoing investigations. But Davis talked to family members and obtained documents from TMD that he says show probable self-inflicted gunshot wounds for each soldier. The deaths renewed questions about the need for 2,500 guardsmen at our southern border.
With most of them unable to do anything meaningful to address the immigration challenges that we have, and a real challenge with morale that has led to the suicides of 4 members of the Guard. They're being asked to participate in political theater.
Immigration experts agree. More troops aren't the answer.
Our current border crisis is one that has to ultimately deal with the origins and the reasons that people are fleeing. And that is something that the administration is working on.
But that takes time. Meanwhile, local authorities in border towns are grateful for the extra help.
I'd rather have the state doing what they're doing than the federal government doing nothing at all.
Immigration
That damn coon, the Lord's gonna kill him.
experts point to Border Patrol data showing the number of migrants caught crossing illegally since the beginning of Operation Lone Star has remained steady.
Border enforcement is in a different phase at this point. But the way to do it is to try to work together cooperatively. What's happening in Texas really is political grandstanding.
The Texas Military Department says in addition to its 24-hour counseling hotline for members and access to mental health care, there is a behavioral health team specifically assigned to...
Yo, troops are through, man. You know, like I said, the Lord is sending them plagues and judgments down on them troops down there, man. They have no business being in there blocking off the border, all right? This land was the Israelites' land before you devils went and deceived our people and took it, all right? So you soldiers catching hell down there. And these soldiers down there, they have no, there's no real, it's no reason to be down there. The issues they were having pay issues. They weren't getting paid. They were actually was being treated worse than being down in Iraq in 2004. There's no porta johns, so they were shitting on the side of the highway. You know, the living conditions were hell. They're sleeping in, damn near next to each other. So those conditions were like they were actually deployed, but they were on American soil. Go figure, man. Yo, this place is through. And nobody really is talking about this Operation Lone Star either. It's kind of on the back burner because everything's happening, these prophecies. But it's just something I caught wind of, because I didn't even know anything about this. But these soldiers are killing themselves. They're getting all types of DUIs, getting they're doping up, and they're catching hell down there, man. But it's all judgment, man. Let's get this preset real quick. Through. This is Numbers chapter 35, verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land. And how did so-called white people get this land? You stole it from the Native American Indians. Gad, Reuben, Issachar. You raped, robbed, and murdered, and you deceived the people to get this land. All right. All types of blood was shed on this land. Y'all got it deceitfully, because y'all a bunch of devils. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So you got to pay for that, man. You Edomites got to pay for what you have done. And you Jakes that are part of this, and you like that Jake that was talking about it's a good thing that they're down there. Hey, that Jake is the enemy, man. He's a complete enemy. He's a coon. All right. But this is why y'all catching hell. It's because y'all have no business being down here. And this is beautiful, man. Cause you troops, y'all don't have this ain't like the 15 years ago military, man. You troops are not resilient. There's a bunch of females in the military. There's a bunch of momos and T words. It's done. The teeth of Babylon. You're chewing on gums right now, man. You know? And yo, this Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. Be not deceived, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap everlasting. And what are you Edomites reaping? Corruption. There's all types of hell down there. And the way y'all treating y'all soldiers down there, you know, I won't even go as far as saying the general, but he wasn't fighting for y'all, the commanders, you know, because the living conditions were actually terrible. You know, I was reading up on it. Like I said, they was shitting on the side of the road, man, in Texas. This isn't Iraq, Pakistan. This isn't Afghanistan. This is Texas, and they got soldiers shitting on the side of the roads. They have night vision goggles to conduct night operations. They literally left them flapping in the wind, man. Yo, so you're not taking care of the troops. So guess what? The troops gonna then they're gonna turn on you. You know, you got a lot of soldiers, man, that hates the government because of how they were treated unfairly, how unjustly they were treated through their term of service. And these troops, man, they're gearing up, man. And in Texas, oh man, they got the most veterans of them all among the whole America. You know, and they're gun-toting, freedom-fighting Edomites down there, man. So they're gonna get down when this thing goes down. You know, sedition among men. 2nd Ezra chapter 15. And things are happening, man. But I'm gonna close out, man. Just something quick that I've seen, you know, through the Spirit. Felt that I needed to do something on it. Give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Bashem HaKadosh. Double honors be to the apostles and elders, great millstone. Peace and salutation to the elders and occupant of GMS. And men that are like him, that is pushing his word with truth and sincerity. Shalom to the hopeful elect. My Bible ball, death to Esau, death to heathen, death to the 2/3, death to the United States Armed Forces. Shalom to the hopeful elect.